President Donald Trump is facing intense bipartisan criticism after accepting a $400 million Boeing jet from the government of Qatar. The luxury aircraft, reportedly outfitted with high-end amenities, was initially portrayed by Trump as a symbolic gift for the United States. However, many lawmakers and analysts argue that the plane was personally intended for Trump and his family, raising major concerns about corruption and conflict of interest. Democratic Senator Chris Murphy stated that the gift violates every principle of ethics in government, while Republican Senator Rand Paul expressed alarm over the precedent it could set. Critics are demanding an investigation into whether any laws were broken, especially as Trump prepares for high-stakes diplomatic meetings. The White House has yet to release full documentation related to the aircraft's ownership and purpose. The central United States is bracing for more severe weather just days after a string of powerful tornadoes tore through multiple states, leaving dozens dead and entire towns devastated. The National Weather Service has issued warnings for intense thunderstorms, damaging winds, and possible hail across parts of Missouri, Kansas, and Illinois. Local authorities are working around the clock to restore power, clear debris, and provide shelter for displaced residents. Emergency crews are urging the public to prepare emergency kits and follow evacuation orders as necessary. Meteorologists warn that this spring could bring one of the most active and dangerous storm seasons in recent years. President Trump is set to hold separate negotiations with Russian President Vladimir Putin and Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky in an effort to broker a ceasefire in the ongoing Russia-Ukraine war. The meetings are scheduled to take place later this week, following the failure of peace talks held in Istanbul earlier this month. Trump has pitched himself as a unique mediator capable of bridging gaps between the two sides. However, critics question his impartiality and note his historically close relationship with the Kremlin. Both Moscow and Kiev have expressed cautious interest in the meetings but maintain they are not optimistic about any immediate breakthroughs. A key House committee narrowly approved President Trump's ambitious new tax cut bill, which aims to extend and expand provisions from the 2017 Tax Cuts and Jobs Act. The proposal includes significant reductions for corporations and high-income earners, as well as controversial cuts to Medicaid and climate-related tax credits. While Trump has promoted the bill as a pro-growth measure, several Republicans are expressing reservations. Some moderate GOP lawmakers are concerned about the long-term deficit impact and public backlash over health care cuts. The bill now heads to the full House, where it faces an uphill battle before any potential Senate negotiations. Credit rating agency Moody's has downgraded the United States sovereign credit rating, citing rising debt levels and political dysfunction as key risk factors. The move sent shockwaves through global markets and triggered calls for urgent fiscal reforms from economists and financial analysts. In response, China urged the U.S. to maintain global financial stability, emphasizing the interconnectedness of the world economy. Beijing, one of the largest holders of U.S. Treasury bonds, expressed concern over the long-term implications of America's growing fiscal imbalance. The Biden and Trump administrations have both faced criticism over spending levels in recent years.